Hello and welcome to the Sun Lake Aviation program. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Professor Mark Aragon, also the teacher here at Sun Lake Aviation program. A little bit about myself is I'm retired Air Force. I'm a pilot. I've also taught at a 141 school, and I'm also the professor for the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University programs here at Sun Lake. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our program.
Good afternoon, Ms. Merlin. Before we start, can you introduce yourself and let us know what you do for Sun Lake?
Absolutely. My name is Kara Merlin, and I'm the principal here at Sun Lake High School.
Awesome. How would students get into the aerospace program, and what exactly is it that they would do?
So our aerospace program is the only one in Pasco County, and to apply to aerospace program, you go through the school choice system through Pasco Pathways. And we're hoping to be a magnet school next year so that anyone in the district should be able to apply. And in aerospace, you study Aerotech 1, Aerotech 2, Aerotech 3, and you take some other courses, ultimately leading to your private pilot's license.
Awesome. So what are some of the commitments that students would have to make in the program?
Yeah, so it is a big commitment because we do expect our students who start with us in Aerospace Tech 1 to go all the way through all 4 years and participate in all of the courses that lead to that private pilot license.
Okay. If students were to participate in the program, what classes would be college credit for them?
So college credit would be our unmanned vehicles and system operations, as well as private pilot. We work with Embry-Riddle Aeronautics University for our dual enrollment credit.
Okay. And then lastly, do students need to pay any fees in order to participate in the program?
So we do have school fees, like our regular school fees that any student would pay, and there is a $15 fee for aviation and being a part of our aviation program.
Okay. And then also, are there any other aerospace related activities that students can participate in outside of the program?
Absolutely. So a couple exciting things. Probably the most exciting is our Civil Air Patrol, and we're going to have our own charter, and that is an opportunity to work with Air Force Civil Air Patrol, and also some field trips. So I know this year, for example, our students in aerospace are going to Sun and Fun and participating and assisting with the Sun and Fun as well.
The Aerotech 1 is the introductory course. All aviation students take this before moving into any of the other courses in the curriculum.
Like a meter stick or something?
We're just going to have to measure. Line up our eye.
The Aerotech program is jam-packed with a bunch of labs. These help to reinforce the information that they've learned from the lecture and also the aviation principles which they are learning.
On the mark, top short edge down here, measure 3 inches from the fold and mark the dot.
I can do that.
Our motto here at Sun Lake is aviation is just plain fun. These activities help excite students about the program, but they also excite them about careers in aviation. The curriculum goes over information about aviation careers in commercial, military, and general aviation as well. We also go into unmanned aircraft systems, space exploration, the history of aviation, and as you can see here, lighter than air. They also travel in time from the Montgolfier brothers with their balloons, then gliders, then powered flight, and then the people who made aviation history, women in aviation, World War I, World War II, and the jet age. Students also learn about aircraft design, engineering practices, aircraft structure, materials, and systems. And this is our first year students get all this experience.
I feel like you should use the glow because
They also use their newfound engineering skills to design an aircraft. They design the aspect ratio, the wing plane form, the area, the dihedral, all the things that make up the design of the aircraft. And I've shown these to aviation engineers, and they're very impressed with our first year students' creations. Once they've created their designs, they actually get to build them, they test fly them, and they do design modifications to see what improvements they can do on their creation to make it even better.
yep.
There you go.
We also have an association with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, one of the most important aviation universities in the entire country. And we offer a number of the college classes right here at Sun Lake. Our pilot program. This is an Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University offering, and students are actually working on their federal aviation pilot certificate. In this course, students actually get the skills required to fly a powered aircraft. The program covers aviation flight principles, airspace, aviation weather, principles of flight, aircraft flight controls, aircraft systems, electrical systems, hydraulic systems, pressurization and oxygen systems. Students learn to fly on advanced systems such as this G1000 glass cockpit. This is an exact rendering of what the real aircraft is. So they would learn all the switchology and procedures and be able to fly the real aircraft.
They just do a pattern and land.
They also learn about air traffic control and communications and procedures within the national airspace.
Direct to, with LAX.
We also have associations with a number of the airports where the students can actually go and get their flight time to complete all of their training. Though not required to fly the actual aircraft, the opportunities are there if the student so desires. This opportunity is very rare at the high school level, so we feel very excited to be able to offer the aviation program.
ILF.
What's wrong there?
Doesn't matter.
With our association with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and the U.S. Air Force Cadet Program that we have here at Sun Lake, students have a unique opportunity to be able to walk out of high school with a pilot rating. Our students are so excited about this program that they spend time before, after school, and even their lunch hour practicing their skills.
Wow.
This program is challenging. It's not any different than any program that a pilot would have to take as an adult. So our students are very challenged and very motivated. They do extremely well. Another Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University college course offered here at Sun Lake is the Unmanned program. Students learn many of the skills that our pilot students do because they'll be working in the national airspace as well. They do flight planning and site surveys and prepare for the flights just like any manned aircraft would do. Students don't just fly drones, they use drones to solve problems. They use such advanced software as Pix4D, which is the industry standard for creating modeling, volumetric, and other important unmanned activities. You may notice some of the work that their students are doing here. This is the introduction to actually this presentation that was created for our drones and our unmanned pilots. We also have an aviation club that encourages students to do activities outside of school that bolsters their desire for aviation.
That's just the letter 2 addressing.
Another activity is our Cyber Patriot program. This is another one of our clubs that competes nationally for cyber security.
You may have seen, like on.
Although this program is not actually an aviation program, it's under the Aviation Schoolhouse because it's sponsored by the United States Air Force and the Air Force Association.
Network, this is for IP.
This year our students competed nationally in the cyber threat competition.
By which we mean that the address, the MAC address here, only has local significance.
Civil Air Patrol is our newest offering to the program. Students join and become Air Force cadets.
So what does the daily life of a cadet look like?
So here at Sun Lake's a little bit different since we're a high school squadron. So the cadets see each other every day, unlike other units that only see each other once a week. They interact with each other, and plus most of them are involved in the aviation program, so they actually are in school together in the same classes. So they constantly work on their Civil Air Patrol. Even at lunchtime, they're doing drill, and they're kind of self-motivated on some things. But the actual meeting is only once a week. And during that meeting, we have aerospace, just like we do in school. But we also have leadership, character development, drill and ceremonies, lots of other activities that kind of bolster or accent some of the things we do in our aviation program here at Sun Lake are now expanded quite a bit so that we can take advantage of some of the Civil Air Patrol opportunities.
Does Civil Air Patrol cost money?
It does. The membership is usually around $45, and that includes their books and so forth. But they also get that back when they finish their first achievement, get their first rank. They actually get $100 towards their next uniform. So we try to help them with their initial uniform issue. We have quite a bit that's been donated to us that we have on hand. So those of them that need a uniform right away, we can help them out, just about everybody. There are some that we don't have their sizes for, and they end up buying the uniform, but we can augment quite a bit of that. So for what you get, as well as included in that membership, is that you get 5 airplane flights powered and 5 glider flights. Now that alone is worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just a typical half-hour flight is going to cost you $100, so that's $500 just in powered flight, probably equal amount in gliders, so that's almost $1,000 worth of flight time that you're getting for free, which is included in $45 plus your uniform. That's a heck of a deal.
And who does a student talk to if they're interested in Civil Air Patrol?
So usually you can come see us, okay, at Sun Lake here. If you go to the front office, they'll direct you. But basically, if you come to the aviation classroom, then we can hook you up with them. Plus, you can talk to if you see any student walking around school that is wearing a Civil Air Patrol uniform, you can talk to them, and they'll also help you.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Action.
Thank you for joining us in this brief view into the aviation program here at Sun Lake Aviation. I'd like to first thank the students who actually created this program, this presentation, and they used the skills that they learned in class to create an outstanding product. So thank you for joining us, and remember, aviation is just plain fun. Okay, let's do the startup procedures.